Welcome back to our community. Susie Thomas visiting with Lieutenant Andrew Allen from the Salvation Army of Dover and getting ready for the kettle season.
Oh, yeah.
Which is coming. I mean, today's the 9th. This starts the 17th right through Christmas Eve. And I'm so excited to do this again.
Yes.
I love ringing the bell. I love doing the kettles. Remind us again of the locations where we will be able to find the paper kettles.
So we've got them at Wendy's all over Tusk County. We've got them at Hog Heaven, Buffalo Wild Wings, Lee's Chicken. And, hopefully we'll be getting some more in the coming years. But, those partnerships are just amazing to really have that added aspect of kettles this year.
Need volunteers. They can be for an hour, 2 hours, whatever you have to spare. Maybe take a little bit of time out of your own Christmas shopping. Hopefully you're shopping local and be able to stand by a kettle and help out with your family, even with as a family group. Remind us how we get signed up. How do we do it?
You just call me at the core 330-364-3811, extension 302.
And there was one indoor spot, and all those slots are taken.
For Saturday.
For Saturdays.
Saturday. For all the Saturdays in the season. But, Monday through Friday are still open. So
There you go. Retirees. What a perfect thing. Yeah. And that indoor spot is where again?
It is Bueller's in New Philadelphia, I believe.
Okay. The money collected. Remind us where all that goes and the good that it does the rest of the year.
Yeah, so the kettle campaign is our biggest fundraiser of the entire year. It's our biggest source of funding for everything that we do. So it goes into funding programs throughout the year, our soup kitchen, rent and utility assistance, youth programs, our archery program at the core, VBS. The list goes on and on and on. All the money from there goes to help people in the community and to just assist those who may need more help and to help the youth in this community through different programs. So.
Do you have an idea of kinds of numbers that we're talking about when you say, for instance, the soup kitchen? How many people are served, and is it once a week that they get help?
We have our soup kitchen Monday through Friday.
Really?
And,
Every single weekday?
Yeah. Monday through Friday, we have our soup kitchen.
Wow.
And we serve anywhere from 30 people all the way up to 60, 70 people.
Wow.
We do our best to help those in the community, who do need help. And, the soup kitchen is available for everybody to come in. So if you want a hot meal, just pop into the core, and that food it's legit.
It's delicious.
It is.
My family and I, that was one thing we used to do every Monday in the Canton Salvation Army was serve on Mondays at the soup kitchen. And then all the volunteers would get together at the end and eat. And oh my goodness, it's delicious. Who does the cooking at the Dover?
We have a lot of churches who have been very generous in donating their time and bringing food in to cook. For the people who come in, and we're always looking for more churches to come in and sort of assist in that.
Wow! If you're talking about churches and the meal ladies who go together when someone's in the hospital or having a baby or having surgery or something. These are good cooks.
Oh yeah. Yes, they are.
We're not talking about new brides. We're talking about grandmas who have a little bit of miles on their ovens. And my gosh, that is good stuff. All right, when the hours that the soup kitchen's open?
The soup kitchen is open from 12 to 1, again, Monday through Friday. And
are you always looking for volunteers there as well?
Always looking for volunteers. Always looking for people to come in and donate their time, and bring food to just help out at the soup kitchen, and that is just an amazing ministry that people have taken part in.
The one thing you said that gave me pause, where I went, oh, that's unusual, because you think of soup kitchen and you think of clothing and you think of, assistance in any kind of a calamity that a family might be experiencing. But an archery program.
Yeah.
What in the world? Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so that was already in place when Lieutenant Amanda and I came to the Dover Salvation Army. But yeah, it's a very, very unique program that we have. I believe there's only one other archery program, and I may be wrong, but I know it's in Zanesville. And yeah, it's just awesome. The kids absolutely love it. And our helper who helps out with archery is trained, and she's just amazing and working with the kids and making sure everything they do is safe and everything. So it's fun.
And you're getting, in this area, you're getting everybody ready for bow hunting season then. Without realizing, you're going to get some experts out there. Awesome. Back to the kettles, I forgot to ask. Now, we were talking about volunteers being able to sign up and help out. But there are often people who are looking for a little way to make a little bit of extra money at this time of year, and so they can get paid to do kettles as well. Talk about the difference there. How do you decide who volunteers, who gets paid? How does that work?
Yeah, I mean, if someone needs a temp job and is looking for to make just a little bit of money, they're more than welcome to come in and and talk about working kettles this season. Any way that we can help people out in this community, we try and do that. So
it was interesting you said when you were talking about your own experiences of working on the kettles as a young boy, that you were not going to a Salvation Army church. It was just something your dad thought would be a good experience for you.
Yeah.
How did you then become involved with the Salvation Army? Did the kettles interest you in it, or did a young lady, or how did this all happen?
It's funny. I mean, I worked with the kettles with my dad, and then I didn't really do any work with the kettles until later on. But I went to a Salvation Army summer camp when I was about 17. I met my future wife, Lieutenant Amanda, there, and she really introduced me to the Army, and I just learned more about the Army at that camp. She brought me to her Salvation Army church, and I just fell in love with it there. It really brought me into a closer relationship with God, and I really felt that relationship flourish through the Salvation Army, and here I am.
What's very cool, a lot of people, there's something about the Salvation Army that's just got so much credibility because of what you're doing for people. A lot of people might have, and they're not sure how they feel about Christians, but they know how they feel about people who are involved with Salvation Army because you're seeing it, you're walking it, you're Christ's hands and feet in people's lives every single day. And, good job of representing well out there.
Thank you.
Let's talk a little bit about you then. How many years have you been involved with the Salvation Army?
I came to the Salvation Army in 2008. So I've been involved in the Army since then. Working at different camps. Helping out at the church in whatever way I can, playing in the band. Any way that I can help out, I try to do that. So. And
how long was your internship with Lieutenant Amanda in New York City?
The training that we go through is a 2-year program, and it's essentially a seminary. So we'll do classes, Bible classes, business classes, because as a officer in the Salvation Army, you are running the core building. And, just going to different places to learn about how kettle season operates, and just the ins and outs of that. So.
And then you've been in Dover serving in our area. How long?
We moved here at the end of June, so a couple of months. But it seems like much longer. It's been absolutely amazing being here, and the community is just amazing. The people are great. So.
I know they've just welcomed you with open arms.
Yeah.
It's so fun to have a young family, anyway, come into the community, but to have a young lieutenant, 2 young lieutenants with the Salvation Army, and your family.
Yes.
Talk about your family. You are busy people.
Yes, we are. Yeah, we've got 2 young kids. My son Sammy is 2.5, and my daughter Abby is 1.5. So that they have been a blessing. They have absolutely been a blessing. They keep us busy. But I love coming home and spending time with them, and it's a blessing.
You're in a very, very busy time of life.
Yeah.
And at the same time, you have extended family, because when you're in ministry, your life's not really your own. You really have sacrificed to really lay that down to serve all around you. And how do you navigate that? How do you balance? What have you found as a great way to balance your own personal health, your family's health, and ministry?
Yeah. Well, I just have to place my trust in God first and foremost. With Him being my rock, I wouldn't be able to do anything else. But I have to prioritize different things at different times. Absolutely. But doing all that I can to help as many people as I can, but also just making sure that I'm taking care of myself at the same time. So it's a lot, but I love it. Yeah. I absolutely love it.
Yeah. Well, you're doing a great job at it.
Thank you.
We got just a couple minutes, so let's review everything. We're needing volunteers for the kettles. Yeah. Remind us all the nuts and bolts. What do we need to do?
You just call. I can talk to you about what times are open, what places are open, and any way that a volunteer can help. We greatly appreciate it. And again, that number is 330-364-3811, extension 302.
Give it one more time, please.
Sure. 330-364-3811, extension 302.
And these are the locations in the Dover and New Philly area, both.
Yeah, that's right.
And do you have a website where people can specifically learn about the Dover, New Philly Salvation Army?
If you just go on, Facebook, you can just type in SA Dover. And it'll take you right to the core. You'll see what we're doing there and the programs that we have. So,
before we let you go, you mentioned when you were doing it, you'd got daddy time. So are the times of day split up into different categories? You said dad time. You had to be there really early in the morning.
Yeah, the dad shift.
The dad shift. That's what I wanted to ask you. Yes. Tell me about that, and what are these shifts?
So pretty much all the dads went out early in the morning. My wife, everyone's wife would stay back with the kids. Make sure they get off to daycare and everything. And then when we came back, all the wives would go out and stand kettles while the dads would stay home with the kids and everything. So it's funny how we called it that. So that's not the official name, but that's what we called it. So.
Unofficial name.
Yeah.
So we can ask for the unofficial mom shift if you want to go a little later in the day. Okay. Oh, great. Lieutenant Andrew Allen from the Dover Salvation Army. Thank you so much for your time today and for all you do in our community.
Thanks, Susie.